President Donald Trump's rhetoric has the power to shift global markets. As he addressed the US today, his talk of fresh tariffs sent a clear signal. America first has global consequences. From the gas pump to your KiwiSaver, these moves are already reverberating here in New Zealand. Stuff Money editor Damien Venuto joins us now to explain how Trump's latest policies could hammer the Kiwi wallet. Kia ora, Damien. Good to have you in again. So Trump said today that countries are now happy about the tariffs. Interesting take on that. Do they remain a threat to New Zealand for our exporters?
So with the State of the Union address, you always have to view this as quite a sycophantic event. If you saw the event today, a lot of people screaming USA, USA, and it's also very one-sided. It's Trump's view on these things. I would be interested to see what the response is from the countries that he's referring to. He didn't name any of those countries. And you need to remember that the Supreme Court has just struck down his initial tariff ruling, and now he's using an obscure piece of legislation which has allowed him to incorporate those tariffs again. So we're looking at a situation here where Trump is very much sticking to that tariff route, and he's not verging away from that path. It seems to be something that he's really set on, and it does have repercussions for New Zealand to some degree. But once again, it doesn't really change our position at this stage.
Okay, tariffs aren't the only issue right now. What else could be hitting Kiwis' wallets?
So while the media has been focusing quite extensively on the tariff issue this week, another thing has happened in recent months. So the oil price has shot up around 20% over the last few months, and that's off the back of US-Iran tensions. Now, if that continues, we're going to see petrol prices increase. And remember, petrol prices increasing, that's more than just filling up your car. That trickles down into the cost it takes to get something from the farm to the supermarket. There are a lot of other inflationary pressures that come when we have those petrol prices increasing.
And New Zealand's wealth, we're seeing it increasingly linked to the US stock market, and some big moves potentially happening there. What should we be keeping an eye on?
So what's interesting right now is that we have three things all happening at the same time that all have the impact to affect the New Zealand wallet. So you have Iran on the one hand, you have tariffs on the other, and you have our reliance on the US share market. So if you're in KiwiSaver or if you have funds independently, you will be invested in US equities, especially if you are in a growth fund. Now, a big thing that's happening this week is the NVIDIA results. NVIDIA's
the chip manufacturer.
The chip manufacturer. NVIDIA is always viewed as the bellwether AI stock. Whatever happens to NVIDIA, it sends a very strong message about what's happening in the AI market. If NVIDIA tanks, the other AI-leaning stocks should also drop quite substantially.